Today's Sunday, March 30th, and this is a chart assessment involving Enterprise Products Partners, ticker EPD, and as of Friday's close, the stock ended the week at $34.08 per share. So this is the chart layout at the daily time frame. Each of these red and green candlesticks equals a day's worth of trading. This is the closing candlestick for March 28th. Looking left, we can see a one-year high of $34.63. The red vertical dash lines are system-generated markers for expiration Friday for monthly option contracts. And the most recent expiration was back on March 21st. The upcoming expiration is on April 18th. So from this broad look back, I've plotted a few reasonable support and resistance levels via the blue horizontal lines from my perspective. So we can see here that price is slightly above this upper support resistance level of $33.83. So looking left, we can see that price is having a difficult time breaking above $33.83 with any further continuation higher. We see a strong move to the upside back in November of last year, and price is just unable to break above this. So right now, it appears for the past 2 weeks, price is still trying to break above this. Looking further left, we see there were multiple touch points where price was clearly rejected. And prior to that, again, there's another time frame here of about 2 weeks where price tried to break above $33.83 without having further continuation. So it's possible that now that this 2.5 week time frame here, it's possible that it's going to start losing momentum and possibly fade back to the downside. Possibly heading into the April 18th expiration, we might see price starting to break to the downside. If not, it may already be in process of coming back to 32.44, the next support level here, if price does fade back below 33.83. So at this point, I'm speculating that price may come down, similar to what happened here back in January, where it just lost momentum and then dropped, falling below 32.44. It's possible we might see something similar happening if there is a pullback. So just to help me gauge as to when that might occur, I'm using a tool called the Fibonacci time ratio, which requires 2 anchor points. So using this chart layout, the first anchor point I'm going to use is this candlestick here from November 7th, 2024, as this candlestick broke above this local support resistance level of $30.19, closed above it, and clearly having continuation to the upside. So I'm using this as a catalyst for this tool called the Fibonacci time ratio. And that's the tool right here, which requires 2 anchor points. The second anchor point I'm using, almost for the same reason, is this green candlestick right here from February 3rd, because price broke back above this support resistance level of 32.44 and not having a follow through as significant as the one here back in November, but price did try and break above this next support resistance level. So I'm using this as catalyst number 2. So once that's pinned, this white line is pegged to April 11th. I'm speculating that as the markets, specifically EPD, starts moving towards the April 11th time frame, I'm speculating that price may start breaking to the downside. So I will be looking to participate on a potential short heading into this April 11th time frame. So I'm going to go ahead and pause it here for now, and I'll pick it up in a few days. And until price either retests or falls below 33.83, I'm just going to sit back and wait for that to happen. So I'll definitely create an alarm to notify me if or when price falls below this local support level. And I'll reassess the chart setup for a potential short entry back down to the $32 price point and capitalize on that potential $2 move to the downside, or $1.50. However, if there is a sell-off, it would be nice to see a drop similar to what happened here back in December, where price came all the way down to $30.19. So more to follow. So a quick update. Today's Monday, April 7th, and the stock market will start trading in less than 40 minutes from now, so I thought I'd get a head start on this review. Since the initial assessment about a week ago, price has significantly fallen because as of last Friday's trading session, the stock ended the week at $30.85. And this was well ahead of my projected April 11th timeframe for a pullback. However, the day after I did the initial review, I did participate on the short side, building a small position. And this purple line is just a reference point as to where and when I took the short entry when the stock was quoted at $34.03. Since then, price has fallen significantly, a little over $4. So what I'm referring to is that if I switch over to the trade tab, I did short this stock via option contracts. So right here under the option chain section, there's a flag position pegged to option contracts that will be expiring on May 16th, 39 days away. And down here at the bottom left are the details. So at that point, when I took the short entry when the stock was quoted at $34, I selected the $32 strike price. Clearly, the trade is going in my direction as the spot price is lower than my strike price. Under quantity, I've picked up 10 of these contracts. My entry price is quoted at 33 cents. And based on Friday's drop, the option premium is quoted at $2.21. And the P&L, the profit and loss side of the ledger, is reflecting a positive balance of a little over $1,800 as of Friday's close. And just to show I'm holding here, by clicking on the trade confirm, I picked up the 10 contracts back on March 31st, almost right after the stock market started trading at 9:30. So my intention was to slowly build onto this position as April 11th was approaching. But fortunately, or unfortunately, I wasn't able to because the stock price started tanking along with the rest of the S&P 500 and overall markets. So that's the current status of this trade. I mean, I was fortunate enough to see this potential drop coming and take some action. Considering that there's almost over a month remaining before these contracts expires worthless, hopefully we'll see a further continuation to the downside. And what I'll do is I will continue adding periodic updates. So for the time being, I'll pause it again and I'll be back in a few days. So a quick update. Today is Wednesday, April 9th, and this is an end-of-day review on the Enterprise short. As of today's close, the stock ended the session at $29.69. Now, this green candlestick here, it appears that there is another support level somewhere around the $28 level. We have two touch points here where price just bounced off that. So I'm going to do that offline and confirm whether there is another support level here. But I am out of this trade because of market volatility with tariff news. There was a strong move to the upside in the markets today, and I exited the trade as price was running higher. So with that, switching over to the trade tab. So under the section here, the position is flat, quantity is 0. Even though there's 37 days remaining before these contracts would expire worthless, I kind of got forced out because right here, losing 421 of the trade was just, everything was just happening so quickly because I believe tariffs were being suspended. So that kicked off a rally in the market. So I was able to get out of the position here. The last closing quote is $2.94. Now, this past Monday, when I did the last review or status check, the option premium was quoted at $2.21. Fortunately, I was able to get out of the trade. So switching over to this page right here. So this is a split screen. The chart on the left is the daily chart. The chart on the right is specific to the option contracts. And here's the last traded quote of 325. This high coincides with my exit. So if I click on the gear icon, show trades, there should be a confirmation bubble acknowledging. So there's the confirmation bubble showing I've liquidated those 10 contracts at the high of $3.25. So this high coincides with my exit. So if I click on the trade confirm here, this position was closed at 1:30. That's when news was released regarding the tariffs, pushing price higher. Right here, we can also see Bitcoin was running higher, and it's back above 83,000. And overall trading so far, it's up $6,205. So everything was trending higher, and I thought I would just protect the gains as best as possible. So here, again, this line was just that markup indicating that there was a probability of a pullback, and we see that happening here. Actually, the pullback occurred much sooner than this April 11th timeframe. So what I'll do is I'll provide a breakdown on the closing of this trade. So again, my entry on this on the option contracts was at $33 per contract, and I was getting out at $3.25 or $325 per option contract. So that equates to about $3,250 gross, but removing the capital used to getting into and out of this trade plus commission fees, this is about a little over net profit of $2,900. So I'll provide a breakdown of that. So until the next trade setup, I'll see you.